Y'all want to burn this flag or what?
We want to make sure it's clear and that it's recorded while we're standing in front of the City of Ferguson Police Department and Municipal. Court. We're standing here. We brought it all the way back to ground zero. We can't do this thing without remembering where we started from.
Yes,
we didn't try to start from this place. We didn't try to start at all. Darren Wilson made us start. Chief Jackson made us start. So we came back to make sure that they know that just because we've been in the city don't mean that we forgot about you. You will respect black lives. You will acknowledge that black lives matter. You can walk away if you want to, but we'll just keep coming. You know who we are. We'll keep coming back, and we'll make you lose money, waste money. We'll keep coming back. So acknowledge that black lives matter. But I will say this. You haven't killed anybody lately, so I guess. What you call lately? So tonight, in front of Ferguson Police Department, y'all, let's remind them who we are. Let's turn up. Let's turn up. Let's turn up.
We're going down to the station road.
Who shut shit down?
We shut shit down.
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 Our
street. Our street. Our street. Our street.
United we stand.
Divided we fall.
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 We fed up. We ain't taking no more. We fed up.
We ain't taking no more. We ain't taking no more.
We fed up.
We ain't taking no more.
Fed up.
We ain't taking no more.
Fed up.
We ain't taking no more.
We fed up.
We ain't taking no more.
We fed up.
We ain't taking no more.
We ain't taking no what?
We ain't taking no more.
We ain't taking no what?
We ain't taking no more.
We ain't taking no what?
We ain't taking no more.
You ain't taking no what?
We ain't taking no more.
Whole streets.
Our street.
Whole streets.
Our street.
Whole streets.
Our street. Our street. We shut shit down. We shut shit down. We shut shit down. We shut shit down. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these racist cops have got to go. Oh, these killer cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, these killer cops have got to go.
my tripod.
What do you want?
Justice.
I think you almost want Jesse back. Tell me what you want, because they ain't gonna hear your voice, man. What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
When do you want it?
Now.
When do you want it?
Now.
And when do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
And when do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
And when do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
And when do you want it?
Now.
What do you want?
Justice.
And when do you want it?
Now.
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 Motherfucking I give out that, so we gonna take this shit out. Y'all know what it is. Y'all move a little closer. Yeah, I want them to hear us. Y'all move a little closer. Y'all move a little closer. If you ain't scared, I mean, I ain't scared. Fuck with it. I know how I feel. Ain't no motherfucking cop. So they can hear us loud and clear, cause they all sit in the cut like it's a game, like it's a motherfucking joke. You pig in the blanket, burn like bacon, smell the motherfucking joke.
So police moved back from the parking lot over here.
You might get all the overtime, but your motherfucking ass gonna be tired as hell when you go home to your wife and kids. You can't do shit. That's what we gonna
What they did not do here tonight is they did not pull out county and riot gear. And you notice how things stayed peaceful. You notice how even when the crowd was angry at certain times, it stayed non-violent. I shouldn't use that word peaceful.
Negroes with tattoos and are black or ignorant. We just as teed up as you motherfuckers, but we got a different way of expressing ourselves. And that's through this bullshit ass system with all these fucking phones. Birds and all this other extra shit. Now fuck that, we gonna shut it down with the bullshit. Our streets! Bullshit! Our streets! Bullshit! Our streets! Now say peace for you say protest, peace for protest, peace for protest. Now say peace for you say protest, peace for protest, peace for protest. See, it was peaceful for a minute, you heard? But then we turn up on them motherfucking ass. Who shut shit down? We shut shit down! 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 They ain't give us our shit! We don't shut the shit down! They ain't give us our shit! We don't shut the shit down! They ain't give us our shit! We don't shut the shit down! They ain't give us our shit! We don't shut the shit down! Who shut shit down? We shut 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 shit down! Give yourself a pat on the back because y'all are wonderful people. Y'all are wonderful people. Y'all are amazing. Stand fight for us. Hell yeah, you tight as hell. So, you know what we gonna do next is shut this motherfucker down. Anybody feeling like turning up right now? Yeah. Anybody feeling like turning up right now? Yeah. Anybody feel like tearing up right now? Yeah. Let's be up on that motherfucker now. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for my friends. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for my friends. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for my friends. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for my friends. Turn up, don't turn down. We do this for my friends. Yeah, man, we do it.
Pigs in a blanket.
Fried like bacon.
Pigs in a blanket.
Fried like bacon.
Pigs in a blanket.
Excuse me, who do you work for?
Rebsy TV.
You work for police.
Pigs in a blanket.
What?
Pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket. vulgar when they kill us on social media. That's some vulgar bullshit. So whatever we saying or whatever we saying ain't gonna amount to none of the motherfucking people that kill.
All right, brother.
Am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
FTP.
Fuck the police!
FTP.
Fuck the police!
FTP.
Fuck the police!
FTP.
Fuck the police!
Fuck the what?
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 Fuck the police!
Police protect buildings, not civilians. Police protect buildings.
What's that? We got a bus coming through.
Buildings, not civilians. Protect buildings, not civilians. Protect buildings, not civilians. Protect buildings, not civilians. Police protect buildings, not civilians. Police protect buildings, not civilians. Police protect buildings, not civilians. Who likes better? I like better. 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 Who likes
Hey, boys, for the box. Come on.
I try to keep the momentum going. I try to do that. Sometimes I don't.
Okay, guys, new viewers, welcome to Ferguson, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis in the county, North County, site where Mike Brown was shot back in 2014 on Canfield in West Florissant. Protesters first arrived on West Florissant tonight at the Urban League, marched to right past Canfield where Mike Brown was shot, marched to the Ferguson Market and Liquor, which is the store where allegedly Mike Brown stole cigarillos. The truth of the story is he did not. There was much illegal activity going on with the workers that the owner didn't know about, and they had something arranged with Mike Brown. The owner thought he was stealing, called the cops. Darren Wilson then hunted him down and shot him in the street back in 2014, and that's why protesters are back here in Ferguson on night 22. If you're unfamiliar with what's going on in St. Louis, the Stockley verdict happened 3 weeks ago today, where the judge let off Jason Stockley, the killer cop of Anthony Lamar Smith, shot him down, most likely planted a gun. The reason he let him off is the judge basically determined that it had to have been Anthony's gun because he assumed he was a heroin dealer based off circumstantial evidence. So of course he had a gun, and so the judge found Jason Stockley not guilty, even though clear video evidence of he did not need to be shot, and Jason Stockley was out to kill him on audio. So night 22 of St. Louis protests finding its way back here in Ferguson. And if you're new to the channel, I am simulcasting right now on YouTube, Facebook, Ustream, and Periscope. You can also go to rebz.tv/live, or just rebz.tv. It's the first post on there. You'll find our live stream on there as well. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RevolutionaryZ for up-to-the-minute live tweets. Also, we got a new RebZ TV Twitter we just started up. Check that out as well. And we are also live tonight on TYT Politics Facebook page, holding the torch for Jordan while he's out of town. So we're collaborating, putting our audiences together to try to keep this crucial message going. With all the arrests, more than 300 people arrested in St. Louis in the past 3 weeks, many of them journalists. A lot of illegal activity on the side of the police over the protests. A lot of heavy-handed tactics, which stem right from SLMPD's training from 0311 Tactical. 0311 Tactical is co-founder Brian Rossamano and Diba of SLM. Stay tuned to RebZ TV over the next few weeks for more breaking articles on 0311 Tactical and their ties to SLMPD and the brutality that we've seen over the last few weeks here in St. Louis.
Let's support each other.
sound?
Okay. Yeah,
You got sound?
okay.
You got sound? You got sound? You got sound?
My hip is bad. I still got the scar. My big glasses soon.
I don't know what this clown wants behind him. He keeps following me.
Hey, Red, what the hell?
You got sound?
Red, are you driving?
Are you right?
Sound?
What's going on with this?
I'm watching.
Okay, good. He got distracted. Thank God. That was weird, dude. I didn't know what was going on with that. I know that, but I didn't know. That wasn't the question, you know. What's up, dude?
How you want to make the video?
It's the app I use. I'm gonna show Bubbles how to do it. Sorry.
Which app is it? I said, which app is it?
Do you have an iPhone? You need an iPhone. It only works on iPhone. I know. I'd be happy to teach you once if you get it. I don't know.
I will.
No, if you like teaching. You never know.
Hey, Low T. What up, Kyle?
Okay, so it appears protest is possibly over for the evening. Crowd is starting to go off in their different directions right now. Except they're hanging a banner. Nice from billboard over here. Zooming in with my HD. It's facing the other way. I can't read it. Stand up, fight back, Black Lives Matter is what the banner says.
What's up, Rep TV? What y'all doing?
Just watching you right now, Bassam. You see the banner they're hanging right there?
Did you see that part where I burned the American flag, went through it on their front door? That was my satisfying moment for the night.
That was your moment?
Yeah, that was my satisfying moment.
All right, folks, so let me give you a recap of what went down tonight. So again, night 22 of the Stockley protests. Tonight we found ourselves in Ferguson, Missouri, back years later after 2014, Mike Brown was shot. Erupted Black Lives Matter protests, hands up protests here in Ferguson, across the country. Protesters protested on West Florissant like you saw where they were tonight. At first, that was the hotbed of September and October 2014 after Mike Brown was shot. And then tonight, after that, they came to the Ferguson PD, which was the secondary location of protests for the remaining 6 months after that here in Ferguson. And I was live back then for most of it. So that's why on night 22, protesters decided to come back to Ferguson, what they're calling Ground Zero, where this nationwide movement began. Anthony Lamar Smith, his acquittal of the officer Jason Stockley is what sparked this latest round of protests here in St. Louis, bringing the focus back to St. Louis after we've seen it in countless cities throughout the country over the last few years happening just the same way as it did here. And not much has changed here in Ferguson, some very cosmetic changes on the outside. Percentages of people jailed for tickets are slightly down, this and that, but they're still... You go through these different municipalities and county, you get different tickets, you get warrants out because you can't pay the tickets, and you're in jail for weeks on end until you can get bailed out. And so those things are still happening here in St. Louis. Police are still harassing and shooting black people. Fortunately, a couple nights ago, I was live on the south side where there was a standoff situation with SLMPD. Me and a couple other live streamers were in the area documenting. The cops saw us there. Somehow the gentleman he let out 6 kids that were in the house, and he got out of the house in police custody alive, no injuries, and he was a black man. That's what we want, people. I mean, that's the bare minimum of what people are asking is don't kill us. That's what the protesters, that's what the citizens are saying is don't kill us. They proved the other night, SLMPD proved they can do that. Now, can they do that consistently when there aren't live streams in the area? Well, let's see, but it just shows what cop watching, and that's basically your average citizen with a phone or a live stream. When you see police in the area, go live, record it. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully they do their jobs and you capture that. If they don't, we've got documentation of it. Or when it's live, they watch our live streams, they know when they're live, they know they're being watched. That can possibly sway it in our favor like it did 2 nights ago when the gentleman got taken into custody without being injured. So that's a recap of tonight, the last couple nights, night 22. Tomorrow, day 23, night 23. I don't know what's planned yet, but if there is anything to cover live, I will be out there. And again, for new viewers, I do simulcast on all the 4 channels you see right here, YouTube, Facebook, Ustream, and Periscope. You can also go to rebz.tv/live, and you can find live stream and chat right there on that page. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at revolutionary_Z. That's my personal Twitter account, or you can also follow RebZTV, the new team Twitter account we just started. And you see my donation link at the bottom of the screen. We don't run ads on this channel. We rely on building this new venture through your help, and the generous help so far is much appreciated. You can now become a monthly contributor on the donation page. $1, $3, $5, $25 a month, whatever you can afford will help RebZ grow. It can help me hire more writers. It can help me get more live streamers around the country with the proper gear in their hands. I've got a live streamer in LA right now. We're just waiting to get an iPhone 6 in her hands so she can stream on our same platform for RebZ TV. So we're looking to get donations for that. Or if you have an old iPhone 6 to donate, we can send out to LA, get it in her hands, and we'll have a correspondent out in LA on our network. That would be very helpful. And also tonight, I want to thank Jordan Sheraton and the people at TYT Politics for spending a couple days here in St. Louis. I took him around, I introduced him to people, I showed him where to be, and he was there. He interviewed the right people, he did some great interviews, and he was not afraid, him and Ty, to go into the heart of the beast, knowing the possibility of how they would be treated by SLMPD. So he gained mad props from the protest community and from other independent media, including myself. I'm holding the torch for him while he's in town because he does plan on being back, but he had commitments. Other very important topics, the Flint water crisis and others that they have to cover right now. But they'll be back, so I'm holding the torch for them, keeping a live stream on the TYT Politics page in a form of collaboration that I don't know has been tried before. So this is very interesting and exciting, especially with something so important going on in St. Louis right now. He did not want to leave a live feed from them not going for his audience to not see what's happening, so I'm glad we could collaborate. Welcome to the RebZ audience, welcome to TYT Politics audience. So hopefully we can keep this going on a national level. So again, shout out to all my viewers, shout out to my mods who spend hours and hours a day, all volunteer in answering comments, monitoring the live feeds, getting rid of the racist and bigoted and comments and the trolls clogging the chat. There's thousands of comments coming into the live chat at any minute, and so to not deal with those makes it completely unreadable. So I want to thank all their hard work and to thank the people who manage the RebZ.TV Facebook page. It's a full-time job, and I've got a great team doing that right now. And don't forget to donate if you can, guys. So from St. Louis, Ferguson, Missouri, this is RebZ signing out. I will see you guys later.
What's your YouTube
They're gonna turn the world upside down.
I think somebody take I got cash. Well, this is it. I guess I'll go home. Hey.
I figured there was someone over here.
You seen Rev? Is that him over there?
Yeah, Rev's over there. I knew the protesters were coming.
No, I'm
I didn't meet them. I met them down here.
Okay, yeah. I wasn't there this year either.
I haven't seen Robert for a while.
Yeah, I think he might have left.
I'm still over here.
Sail away. Resaleable. That's really good. So it's not really good. Oh, you can. They got him on the
Oh, there he is. He was just asking me if we were here, and I haven't seen him in a while.
But you're here. He was great with that bus and the guy coming down with the motorcycle.
Yeah.
Bike skills.
They said they launched it. I asked if they could go on. I missed it going up.
I work at Ferguson Middle School, and when I'm not, I work at Prosper, and I work at Ferguson Middle School. Nice to meet you.
Oh, they're trying to help the drunk guy across the street.
Really? Yes.
So close. So close. Nice. There you go.
It makes a quick sale.
Fly if you want to.
Oh.
Hey,
Stay up there. Yeah, well, they're not going to be in this one, I don't think. That's why we're holding it. Because they know it won't stay.
I like your shirt.
Thank you.
It's cute.
It was terrible.
The Bowling Green Massacre.
Emily and Tony, they think it's too dangerous to keep trying to hold the road because the traffic's going everywhere.
You go out of there, we'll just let it go.
This kind of.
No.
Big one.
Watch it, watch it, watch it! Watch it! Go!
Okay, is someone this way? Sorry. Someone should probably like be doing traffic duty.
I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down here and get up on the sidewalk. Be safe.
I don't know what time it is.
Fast forward to thousands of times. Love to buy a burger. Dude gives me my change, gets me over, I pull up, and the girl gives me the burger. So about 3 years ago, I started.
Yeah, you can come on out here. Thank you.
Remember?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of
Your
friend's going to come pick you up, okay? Is your friend with the 500?
Okay, so everybody's mostly sorry, my tripod caught there. Everybody's mostly dispersed. It's just Ferguson cops hanging out over there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream,
Riverfront Times.
and maybe I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. Bye bye.
MERF.